Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JCS, owner, founder, ruler, Grand Poobah, OCWFED. You get the idea. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We took a nice break, or I've taken a nice break since Resolution. Was it 19? 20? I don't know, whatever number it was. 19, I think it was. Probably right. Taking a break. We're back at it this week, opening up with on Halloween, our return show, Turmoil, a spooky edition. Dress up if you want to. It's your life. Do what you want. So I hope everybody's refreshed, ready to rock and roll, and basically we're back at it. So fantastic. A couple things to note. There's quite a bit of things, so let's get to it. There's a guest booker update, or shakeup, if you will. Big shakeup, huge. If you noticed, Tibble McPibble is in charge of the first Turmoil coming back, which means for the first time in 13 years, Tiberius Dupree is switching it up, switching the gears, if you will, and he's going to be GMing Turmoil, which means that Riot will now be in charge of the guest bookers. So the 13-year streak is officially over. He's 13-1. Shout out to him for 13 years of Riot excellence. Same rules applied to the previous Turmoil guest bookers, in which essentially if it's a go-home show, Dupree will take over, but anything else, free reign, have at it. Our first guest ride will be posted, this is being recorded, so I guess it would be tomorrow, or it'll be Tuesday, so whatever Tuesday is what it'll be, so just so you know that. Again, same rules apply. I do believe we have Baker was the last booker, so now we have another booker today. We have two more for Riot, 3 total. So those next 3 rides will be in charge of the guest bookers. Then we spin the wheel and we'll find out the next 4 bookers for Riot when the time is appropriate. Moving on, we're changing the rhythm a little bit. The main stream will always be on Friday, assuming time allows, and then more than likely, depending on the size or width or girth pause of the web show, that'll either be that's going to more than likely be on Saturdays, because I'm going to be honest with you, I am tired, and I'm tired. So if time allows, it'll be the same day. If not, it'll be the following day. Yay, more work, but what are you gonna do? Moving on, Ambition Face Off number 2. Shout out to Jim and everybody making that happen. The corrected, fixed version will be on YouTube, or it is on YouTube, and it'll be deployed Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. And my time is all messed up. Either way, it's coming out this week before Spooky Riot, so just be aware of that. I've had Jim make the fixes to a couple of audio issues, and because we have to put our best foot forward. So that's going to be fixed. Well, that is fixed, and that's going up. Next up, we have the cage match update, or as I call it, match cage. The updates will be coming soon, within the next, I guess, I'm going to say a week, because I'm still relaxing until the day of the fucking work bullshit. But Danny Boy had a little bit of health issues, and he was on break. I was on break. Bolek's on break, and we're going to be back at it. So we're going to be back on track. In addition, there's some website updates that need to be done systematically and stylistically. I'll start rolling those out during the week as well, because, hey, what are you going to do? That includes champions and some other miscellaneous things, and maybe I'll, what's it called? Delegate to somebody, but we know how delegation works. Next up, we got the next cup, and that wasn't intentional, but it worked out, so fantastic. We're finalizing the participants, so basically I'm going to have 4 broads and 4 bro dudes, I don't know, whatever, you get the idea. There's a little bit of issues regarding the next cup, just for the simple fact that it's kind of redundant to, like, let's say somebody is competing or they was chosen for something, and then they're also in the next cup. It's kind of redundant, but at this point, given the current staging of our roster and people are taking breaks, we might have some of these redundancies, but it is what it is. Roll with the punches, do what you want, complain if you'd like. I prefer you didn't. I don't give a shit. It's your life. You do what you want. But yeah, we'll have those participants. They'll be announced at Animal House 2025. In addition to that, if I'm not mistaken, the rough idea, everything's always a rough idea in this household hoot. what should take place is once they're announced at Animal House, I do believe the show back from Animal House will have the actual next cup. And if it's not the return show from Animal House, it'll more than likely be the go home show before Anniversary 21, which will be in December. Speaking of December and Animal House and November and everything, we're getting rid of, actually that was a different time on the timeline anyway. Chaos Theory is indefinitely postponed until further notice. We'll keep you posted if anything changes. Long story short, it's just not enough time, and I'm not going to stress myself over the hobby anymore. Sorry. So if you have an angle or a story, cool, run it through and just, play it by ear. Essentially, we're going to be going into the return show on Friday, which is a spooky Riot, and then everything's going to be going as normal, and then we're going to be leading into Animal House. That doesn't mean you can't build towards Animal House, but since Animal House is a charity event in its own sphere of things, it might prove to be a little creative challenge, perhaps. So more than likely, those matches are already booked. So if you're part of that, you can probably weave that into what you're doing, but that requires some creative and critical thinking, which may or may not be your strong suit, so apply as necessary. That being said, for the most part, all of the runoff matches or all of the ideas or potential story matches or feuds, etc., those, for the most part, will be taking place at the 21st anniversary of OCW, which would be December, and I do believe I have it penciled in for December 20th, so that's a nice chunk of change to either, coast a little bit, maybe do one week, take a week off, do another week, whatever you want, whatever makes your life simple and easier. Remember, keep it simple, stupid, basically, always. That being said, they're also, in addition to having Animal House 2025 in late November or early December, more likely it's late November. I have to look at the calendar. They basically have a couple weeks from Animal House until 21st. I think it's 3 or 4 weeks. I could be wrong. Just use your mathematical brain. You'll figure it out right. In addition to that, we will also have an event potentially after the 21st during the winter break. There'll be more information on that as it develops. Should be a fun time. We'll see what's up. You never know with these things. Big bad doodad. Speaking of Animal House and everything else and all kinds of stuff in between, we have the 2025 giveaways for Animal House. As always, if you have a key for Xbox stuff or Discord stuff or PC games, obviously not used, send it to me so I can add it to our little key listing sheet. As usual, what happens with Animal House, me, Drago, and whoever else, we basically start throwing in keys, and those will be the giveaways for during the charity stream. So join us for the charity stream. Dates further as they come along, and it should be a good time. Raise money for a good cause, give away a shit ton of games that people may or may not want, and basically have a fun old time. And yeah, speaking of, I already mentioned it, so I guess I'll mention it again because that's on the list, and I put it in twice because what are you gonna do? We got potential plans for winter break, details still cooking, something fun to keep momentum going. Okay, good job, ChatGPT. I had ChatGPT my bullet points, and it's like the same shit, so I don't understand the purpose of that. Lastly, and always, if you want to help support OCW, check out our Patreon and Twitch. Every bit helps keep the lights on. That's literally what the fuck I wrote. And the Resolution 1 and 2 ratings will be posted on the site soon. I have them in front of me, so why would I fucking wait? I can just say it now. And let me see, ChatGPT will say, would you like me to turn this into a tight 3-minute podcast script? You know what? Let's do that. That should be fun. Let's see. Yes. A 3-minute podcast script. They literally took what I wrote and just put bullet points on it. This is ridiculous. The 3-minute version is hilarious. This is not 3 minutes at all. Whatever. It's silly. It's why I rely on AI. We can just use your noodle if you're smart. Okay. So we have the ratings for Summerside. Speaking of Summerside, not a lot of feedback, which is a little disappointing, but what are you going to do? I think if you're really listening, you'd know it's Resolution. But let's pretend it's still Summerside, see if anybody catches it. That's the fun part. Anyway, there was 16 or 17 replies. There was way more people on the show, but what are you going to do? So let's go on the matches. I guess we'll start from the bottom to the top. Okay, for the We're going to go night 1 and night 2 and just going to go in order. So I'm starting from the bottom to the top. We have OCW title, El Parker versus C-Note at a 4.5 rating. Oh, that sounds good. No Meltzers. We have Ryvon versus Sheldon Tremblay, 3.2 rating. We have the Pride title, Dragana Caesar versus Christine, a 2.7 rating. We have the casket match, Alexander Bolek, Coffee. Versus Bash at 2.9. We have the Devin Flash versus Paul Harris at a 2.6. We have the main event for night one. The OCW World's Women's Title Elimination Chamber, Marissa versus Scotty versus Cheryl versus Sarah versus Deborah versus Pearl at a 2.9. For night 2, we have Cold Front versus the Lobby tag titles. I put OCW title, should be tag title. Fantastic job. 2.9. 5 Years in the Making, Marcus McMichaels versus John Carter, 3.7. Blood Feud, Rex versus me, aka to Tony Everett, at a 4.4. The international match, Jinx versus Nate Ortiz, 3.1. Joshi Challenge, Kami Ohata versus Junko Giroda at 3.3 rating. Stars, I guess. Stars. Grudge match, Gabriel Vincent versus AC Cobra at a 3.3 rating. And finally, the main event, night 2, CCW title, Amp versus B17 versus Quartz at a 4.6 rating. So those are your ratings. I'll post them on the site, or I'll have Jim post them on the site if you want like a historical record of it. And the show rating collectively by the participants polled stated that the show rating would officially be... where the fuck is the show rating? Come on, bro. So this is annoying. One moment, please. I'm not editing this out. I don't care. Show rating looks like collectively from the community is a 4.1. And let's see the segment of the night. I did not sort any of this, so I'm just going to read it out loud, and you can do mathematics if you want. I have Not Available. I have The End Is Coming, the Justin Jess cameo, the post-match Quartz Crash Out, B17 Burial, cameo Junko, Jess coming back, Justin Jess returns, Not Available, post Dragana match, Nate kills Bingo, M standing, Quartz over Tall, Dupree next cup announcement, Ruck Felix. So just eyeballing it without doing any kind of sorting, looks like the post stuff with, looks like maybe the post match with the CCW stuff and B17 and Nate and Emp or whatever, and the Crash Out, combine it all together. And then number 2 would be the Jess cameo, and I see number 3 would probably be Ruck Felix. Most impactful superstar at not Summerside, but that's me being petty. We have most impactful. We got one from Marissa. We got Marissa, AC Cobra, Amp, AC Cobra, Amp. Sorry. Marissa, AC Cobra, Amp, AC Cobra, Amp, Empress, Max Edwards, Max, Amp, Marissa, I Don't Know, and AC Cobra, and Amp. And with the power of modern editing, I did the tags, so you'd have to listen to me silently type away. Looks like we have Cobra with 3, Amp with 6, Marissa with 2, and Max with 3, and then there's one that's untagged. So that's who your most impactful. Really enjoyed it. Another one is Fuck Cold Front. I'm not going to put that number because it may or may not be whatever. I don't know what that number means. You know what I think we're going to fucking yeah, I'm not. Yeah. So we got 14 comments. We got a couple of them. Some of them I won't read a little, but I'll take the feedback. Really enjoyed it. Fuck Cold Front 313. This one I'm not going to read. That one I'm not going to read. I'll drop these nuts on your chin. P3 is back. All is good. Brother, did you put Summerside 2025 on the survey? Yes, I did. Overall, great show. We the best. By far the weakest Lucian the last 7 years. Excellent pay-per-view for all involved. Will be an all-timer once the dust settle. Lots of great storytelling. Nothing to add. Ruck Felix, enjoyable show. And as I said, the show rating is 4.1. So there's your recap. Yeah, thank you very much. So you got the idea, you got the routine, and it is what it is. So we'll see you on Friday for the return with the stream, Spooky Time Riot. Thank you. God bless, and we'll see you Friday. Also, the YouTube page, Ambition, will be up this week. Okay, bye.